Are you feeling overlooked because of cash offers while you're house hunting? Well, if so, you're not alone. And today we're going to tackle how you can level the playing field. Watch until the end because I'm going to give you my personal tips on how you can make your finance offer more attractive to sellers. Let's start with an overall view of our Las Vegas real estate market. We've been in somewhat of a seller's market for the last 10 years. Overall, our inventory has fluxed from like a 6-month supply of inventory to as low as a 3-week supply of inventory. And during those times, we've seen multiple cash buyers come into our market, specifically when inventory's low. A cash offer basically means just that the buyer is purchasing the house outright without obtaining a loan. This tends to be attractive to sellers, specifically in a hot market like Las Vegas. This is generally because there's fewer contingencies. It's not contingent upon appraisal. It's not contingent upon financing. So the cash deals are less risk for the seller. Usually there's a 7 to 10 day due diligence period, and that's the time frame the cash buyer can have a home inspection, and then that's it. After that time frame, there's no further contingencies and the seller can know it's a done deal, which also means the seller can get their money faster with a quick closing. We've seen a lot of cash buyers over the last several years here in Las Vegas for a couple of reasons. Number one, buyers are coming from California and other more expensive markets. They're selling their multi-million-dollar small homes in California and being able to pay cash for a larger home here in Las Vegas. Number two, Las Vegas is a significant destination for clients that move here and retire. Retirees usually come here with their finances already in order and they prefer to purchase the house outright for cash. And number three, investors love Las Vegas. And that's because we have a strong rental potential with relatively affordable sales prices compared to other areas. In fact, we've seen several Wall Street-backed companies purchasing thousands of homes here in Las Vegas. They purchase the home and then rent it out to keep as part of their real estate portfolio. If you're new to my channel, hi there, Leslie Carver here, your expert guide in the world of real estate with a special focus on Henderson. I'm here to offer advice, insights, and updates when it comes to buying or selling real estate in Las Vegas and Henderson. Remember to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you get notified when a new video is released. Let's keep going. Cash offers can have a significant impact on buyers that are obtaining financing. In a competitive market like Las Vegas, buyers might find themselves in a hard spot if they're trying to get a loan. For example, buyers that are obtaining an FHA or VA loan are putting less money down and may even need the seller to help with some of their closing costs. Sellers tend to favor the cash offers because they know those contingencies don't exist and it's a slightly stronger buyer. As a result, some of the finance buyers might lose out to those cash offers. I've had success stories with buyers obtaining financing even in a multiple offer situation when we were competing against cash offers. One couple I worked with was very determined to get their offer accepted on their dream home, and we knew we were going up against other cash offers. First, they made sure to get pre-approved, and we crafted an offer that was not only competitive in price, but in other ways also. We waived some minor contingencies, gave the seller a flexible closing date, and allowed the seller to rent back. In the end, the seller chose our offer because they love the idea of not having to be out so quickly and being able to take their time to find their new home. I have a question for you. Do you think there's any hidden advantages to buying a home with financing over cash? Share in the comments below. While cash offers tend to be tough competitions, there's several things you can do with your financed offer to make your offer more appealing to the seller. Here's how you can strengthen your financed offer. Number one, obtain an approval from a reputable lender. So obtaining approval is so important, and there's a difference between being pre-qualified and being pre-approved. Pre-qualified means you've started the process, but possibly the lender hasn't even verified your FICO, your income, or any of your information. Being pre-approved means the lender has taken additional steps to verify your information, pull credit, and make sure that you're truly approved for the loan. And there's different steps. So you can be pre-approved with hardly any contingencies, meaning you're ready to go, you just need to find a home. So if you submit that type of approval to a seller, it's definitely a stronger type of approval than just a pre-qual. This can definitely provide the seller with much more confidence in your ability to close escrow. Number 2, increase the earnest money. So earnest money is held in escrow to show good faith that you're a serious buyer. If you come in a little bit stronger and add additional earnest money, it can definitely show the seller that you're a serious buyer. The earnest money applies towards your down payment, so it's just additional money that you're bringing in up front to show your commitment to the deal. A higher earnest money deposit shows that you have funds available and that you're less likely to walk away from the deal. Number 3, waive or reduce some of the timeframes on contingencies. Cash offers typically come with fewer contingencies. There's typically a due diligence and that's it. So if you can do some of those things, like typically in Las Vegas, our due diligence is 7 to 10 days. So shorten it to 7, as short as possible. And then on timeframes like appraisal contingency and loan contingency, talk to your lender. If you're already fully approved, they should be able to order the appraisal quickly and submit you to final underwriting. So check with the lender, see how quickly they can attain full loan approval and get the appraisal in. You may be able to shorten some of those time frames. Even a couple of days can make a big difference. And if you feel very comfortable that you're going to qualify or that the home will appraise, you may even be able to waive those contingencies altogether. Number 4, offer a flexible closing date and possibly a post-possession. Here in Las Vegas, the seller needs to be out of the home upon close of escrow, and then they may not get their funds until the next business day. If you can offer something along the line of a post-possession, so we have one that's called an addendum, allowing the seller to remain in possession of the home for up to 60 days. That can be huge to a seller. Maybe they're buying another home and they haven't found anything, so you could do a typical 30-day close of escrow, and then the seller can remain in possession of the home for another 2 months, have their funds in hand to buy a property. That makes them a much stronger buyer on the other end. So having conversations with the agent about what the timing is. Does the seller want a faster closing? Do they want a little bit longer closing? Would they like to remain in possession of the home? That's something that can definitely make your home stand out as a financed offer. Now keep in mind, check with your lender, because most lenders, if you're purchasing the home as a primary residence, there's certain timeframes they require for you to take occupancy. So you can't just do a 90 or 120 day post-possession, because you may need to move in and occupy the home within 60 days. Double check with your lender before agreeing to extended timeframes on that. If you are able to allow some kind of rent back or different flexibility on closing, it can really make your offer stand out. And number 5, consider offering over asking price and be willing to possibly pay over appraisal. A lot of times when we get multiple offers, it's really funny. We'll see the cash buyer come in slightly under asking. They expect their offer to shine because of the strength of the quick closing. So a lot of times cash buyers won't come in at list, or occasionally if there's multiple offers and a lot of activity, they come in exactly at list. If you come in slightly above list, or if you really like the home and think that it'll appraise, you could even come in additionally a good amount over asking. Keep in mind that the home will still have to appraise, so you don't want to offer something so unrealistic that the home doesn't appraise and you don't have the ability to pay over appraised value. If you do offer significantly over the asking and there is a concern about appraisal, another thing you could offer is to pay over appraisal not to exceed the sales price. For example, the home's at $500 and you offer $510, you could offer to pay $10,000 $10,000 over appraisal should it not come in, not to exceed the 510. That makes your offer strong and still dissimilar to the $500,000 cash buyer. While price isn't everything, that $10,000 over asking can make a big difference to the seller and really help your offer shine. And number 6, work with an experienced real estate agent. Having a skilled, experienced real estate agent can make all the difference. I know the real estate market and what to expect, and I can help you craft an offer that's attractive to the seller. I always communicate with the listing agent and determine what's important to the seller on timing, on pricing, items, so we understand the seller's needs and can negotiate terms that strengthen your offer and negotiate terms that strengthen your position, even if you're up against cash buyers. By taking these steps, finance buyers can put themselves in a position of strength and show sellers they're just as capable as a cash buyer on closing. All about making your offer stand out and demonstrating to the seller that you're prepared, flexible, and ready to close escrow. For more videos about real estate in Las Vegas and Henderson, make sure to check out one of my other videos on your screen. I appreciate you for watching and see you on the next one.